I'm Gaz, and this is Let's Quickly Play Gazillionaire, the fantasy business simulation game. It's an old-school space trading game. In Gazillionaire, your goal is to become an interstellar tycoon by trading moon ferns, Oggle Sand, and lava lamps across the Galaxy of Gogg. As you can see, the game goes back quite a ways. It's still going strong. I think I saw there was even a Gazillionaire 3, so they made quite a bit more of this very indie game. Let's play and start a new game. We'll go with Novice. And just me against the other computers. So, we have a map here, randomly generated planets every time. You can click on them if you want and change one. We will keep this one in here. The home of Mr. Zinn is the guy who, basically the loan shark at the beginning of the game. Continue. Okay, here are the competitors. And we are going to be Gazcore. Okay, so pick a spaceship. Click on it. You get very loud and repetitious music. It tells you how much it costs. They all cost the same. How much cargo. The warp speed of your engine, or the quarp speed. The fuel capacity, and your crew and passenger limit. This says that the Cerebralis, there you go, is the industry standard. But we don't want to purchase this one. I was looking at these ships here, and I decided one of these two here. We've got the Locomotus, which has 4 crew, good warp, not very many passenger spaces, though, versus the Squidosity, which has a lot more. The only disadvantage it says here is that it has 6 crew, so it's going to be slightly more expensive to pay for that. But overall, just because of the room of the passengers, I think we'll go ahead and take this one. Mr. Zinn, a wealthy and somewhat fickle financier, generously loans you the 110,000 kubars necessary to get your company going. However, you must pay Mr. Zinn 4% interest per week, which is a turn. Mr. Zinn wishes you the best of luck on your new venture and hopes he will never have to repossess your ship. Okay, there we go. Welcome to Nosh, the gas station of Kukubia. Okay, this is not important right now. Alright, so here we are, on Nosh. We got a lot of things to look at here, but the most important thing is how we're going to make money through the marketplace. So before we go to the marketplace, what we actually want to look at is supply here. So this gives me an indication of what the market prices are going to be at the end of my move. So every move from planet to planet is a week in game time, and is basically a turn. So we can kind of get a look here for future prospects of pricing. And what we're actually looking for is lowest percentile. What that basically indicates is how much capacity of a certain good that planet has. So, you know, if we have more, like Kryptoons here, the price is going to be lower because of supply and demand on Nosh here. And if we look for a low planet, the lowest being base here, or bass, we would get a good return on that, but even more so from jelly beans because of that. Or we could alternatively do frog legs to frack. Now, these are ordered in price, so the more expensive items will be down at the bottom, and that's actually, in my opinion, a little bit more heavily weighed, and I say that as someone who only played the tutorial of the game for this, but has played other trading games. We're going to get a better return just on higher prices. So even though jelly beans, or in this case frog legs, would have a 70% difference in price, they're not very. There's not a good amount of profit to be made there, just because they're not very expensive. We do sty. No, there's nothing to really take to sty other than that. I mean, lava lamps, that's kind of a mid-price. So really, prices on Nosh are not great right now. And if we were to go to base, we could still do jelly beans. Yeah, why don't we do that? But we'll do Kryptoons and jelly beans here. So there's a warehouse. You can stash stuff on the planet if it's really cheap. So like 100%. We'd probably want to stock up on as much as possible and then come back at some point in the future and just hope that the prices favor us so that we could sell it at a huge profit. Otherwise, we're just going to go to the marketplace and we are going to buy, nope, gotta select this first. Damn it. first buy upper, and then buy, what was it? Jelly beans, right? Okay, but we still have a bit of capacity here for something else to bring along with us. So the next one would be exotic. It's not a great price. Do a little bit of frog legs, I guess. Okay. Now, one thing I should have done first, and this is okay, but I should have actually gone to Explore Planet. Because sometimes when you go to Special here, Zobrak the Fuel Wholesaler. Nosh is the fuel depot of Kakubia, and you hear that Zobrak, a big-time wholesaler, is selling fuel at 25% off the retail price. Okay. So we could get a cheaper fuel up here, but we don't need to because we're topped up. But sometimes there will be like black market sellers who will sell products from the marketplace cheaper. But it's okay that we buy it now because I can just go back to the marketplace, sell the stuff that I bought. I could then buy the cheaper stuff and then fill up. The prices do not change until you leave planet. We will also pick up a passenger here because, as you can see, we will get 1,000 buckazoids for bringing them along to wherever we go. They're not actually picky, they just want to get off the planet. We can set the ticket price and change this as time goes on, but that will obviously affect demand. We'll just pick them up right now. One thing we can do to bring in more passengers is we can advertise ahead of time for the next planet. So I could place ads for 1,000 Kubars, and maybe we'll have a few more passengers on the next jump. I owe taxes already. I don't know why, because I guess I just it's because I just got items. We'll go ahead and pay it. It's better to just pay all that stuff off now, and then we can buy insurance just in case something bad happens along the way. That is incredibly pricey, though. That's another thing that you can come across down here in the special. Is this insurance agent will sometimes be there, and you can kind of finagle a lower price for insurance. But basically, before leaving, we always just want to click on these and load up here. What else do we have? So we got the stock market. We can kind of look here. If we go to Frac, it's cheap. Everything is on the rise for right now because the game just started. But right here on Nosh, we'd get probably higher returns, but it would also cost me a lot more. So I'm not going to buy these right now, and just like in real life, the stock market isn't really that valuable unless you have a ton of stock, so we need a lot more money. Right now, I got a mere 15,000. We got to be very mindful of paying off that loan as soon as possible. We can also take out personal loans, and then in the bank we can deposit some money, which spares it from any disasters. So actually, I mean, like in lieu of insurance, it's probably just best to load up your bank because you can withdraw, and I'm not sure that there is a withdrawal fee. Yeah, I don't think so. And then of course, there's random events that'll happen once you get to the planet and all that stuff. But anyway, we were heading to base, right? So let's go. It doesn't matter where you go. Each trip takes a week in-game. And then there's just this Galaxy of Patapatapita. And there's like a little one next to there, but that's not... Shoot! That's part of Mira. We didn't want to do that. Home of the Kukubian religion. Okay. Everyone went down. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. And where are we at now? Got Moon Ferns. That is now overpriced. That was a drastic mistake on my part here. Well, we can go here and see. Maybe I can make some money. I can make a little bit of money. Not great, but we may as well sell it now. Oh, first of all, let's find out. Let's find out. So I could go to Xyle with my Cryptoons, frog legs and jelly beans. Actually, yes, it looks like we'll do that. But it would actually be better if we're going to do that to trade it out for Babel seeds. Yeah. Okay. So I think I'll go ahead and sell off all my Cryptoons since that's the and maybe the jelly beans. Yeah, I should probably sell off all of that stuff. Definitely the Cryptoons, though. And then, because what is there? Babel Seeds, there's only 24. And then I guess we're buying more frog's legs to replace that. We're gonna have to make some space though. Oh, barely, just barely. Okay. So, well, we should get rid of the jelly beans anyway then because oh no, never mind. I was looking at the wrong one. Xyle. I mean, maybe I should though because it's not gonna make me very much. So what's the next one? I guess it'd be 13. Trading in for Moon Ferns wouldn't be a bad idea. Alternatively, going Oggle Sand is also pretty good. I mean, that's the cheapest. I think I'll get that. We could stash some in the warehouse as well at that price. But I don't know that I should. I mean, there's 102 here. All right. All right. Let's do it. Let's sell all that. We'll buy a bunch of Oggle Sand. I gotta be mindful of my cash. We'll go to the warehouse. Take that. We will store 50. Go back to supply. Back to the marketplace, rather. Oggle Sand. Buy. Okay. So, with any luck, that will be something I can maybe someday come back to. I'm going to have to remember to come back to this planet, though. Once again, I didn't go to the special. Here's the oldest and most mystical of the planets in Kukubia. The majority of Kukubia's religions have their origin in Mira. While on Mira, you may pay a visit to the renowned Grand Sages and ask them for a blessing, which can help turn a bad luck streak into good fortune. I don't know that I need to. We're not having bad luck, so... But then again, maybe I should. I don't know. There's other things here, like weather. Cold weather on Frack has kept people indoors, and as a consequence, local shop owners are suffering. Okay. So that might mean that prices are not good, or they are good. A family on Xyle, who built their home over an old pirate graveyard, claims to have seen the spirit of Bronap Goodshark walking around singing dirty songs and cracking eggs on his head. A bit of flavor text in here. Time. As you may have guessed, Kukubians go by the Cuckoo clock, which was invented by Monochizo, the first king of Kukubia. Because he had nothing better to do, Monochizo declared that 1 cuckoo day should equal the time it takes a cup of bool juice to evaporate from a freshly opened bool nut shell, which equals the time it takes light to travel 18.6 billion miles. This is in contrast to the typical Earth day, which is equal to the time it takes light to travel 16 point whatever billion miles. Another unique feature of Kukubian time is that it follows the Nicholsonian timetables, a testament to Emperor Dread Nicholson's supreme ego. If you haven't already noticed, the Cuckoo calendar begins with the year 0AB. This is because Emperor Dread decided the most important day in history is the day he was born. The AB stands for after birth of Supreme Dread Nicholson. Okay, now we're just gonna skip all that. There's also a bunch of flavor text on the various planets. Maybe we'll read one at some point, but right now we need to pick up more passengers here. We didn't seem to get a whole lot. Ooh, we should probably pay this off too. Oh, a little bit in taxes. That is an outrageous price for insurance. We were going to Xyle. Yes, sir. Just skip that. Where are we at? The bottom. Because apparently we have not been paying off anything yet. So we should probably consider doing so and making a little bit of profit. Right, so here we are. It's good. So obviously I'm not going to play until I hit 5 million. I'm having a heck of a time getting out of this right now as it is. Okay. Well, we could go back to Mira, I guess. Actually, that would be good because we need to be there anyway. So we'll go pick up polyester. Unfortunately, everything else is just really crap price. There's not very much here. Once again, I didn't go. Did not go. Mr. Zinn, you can ask him for a favor. If you're lucky, he'll lower the interest rate on your loan and increase your credit limit. Sure, why not? He's come down with a recurring case of nephrotic fever and cancels his meeting with you. Oh well. So much for that. Interest, though, is becoming a problem. So let's pick up passengers. Why don't we go ahead and advertise just so we have more. We'll pay off this. This is killing me. Maybe I should grab insurance? I mean, I don't have a whole lot of wiggle room here. Let's just go. Back to Mira. Okay, we got up just a little bit. And 10 passengers. Fantastic. Okay, so where are we at with the Cryptoons? See, now, market price. Okay, I guess that's what I bought it for then. I'm hoping that's what it means. So 99, doing a lot better, yes. So we should sell that, dip into our warehouse, head back to the marketplace. Oh, I paid 70. Oh, I was looking at Cryptoons, not Oggle Sand. Whatever, let's just go ahead. I need money right now, desperately. Okay, exotic goods, going to Vex. If we go to Vex, what else can we get? Oxygen. I mean, I could have just taken all that Oggle Sand out of my inventory and taken it with me. That's really not a good price, though. Guess we could do oxygen. Maybe Babel Seeds? We'll see what's there. So, exotic. That's a lot of exotics, though, so that's pretty good. Oxygen. That will be that. Okay. Boy, I mean, this 9,000, maybe the crew thing was not actually a great idea. We do need to pick up passengers. There's an easy 8,000 Buckerzoids. Yeah, we better pay this crap. All right. We're heading to where? Vex. I mean, Oggle Sand to Sty would have been a good call. I wasn't really paying attention there, and Frog Legs to Sty as well. Well, you know what? I mean, we could actually, before we head off, we could dump it all back. Let's do. Get our money back, and instead, we'll do Oggle Sand, not toasters, Frog Legs. Or just straight up Oggle Sand. Fantastic. Okay, to Sty. In an attempt to promote free trade in the Kukubian colonies, the Emperor is privatizing government-owned facilities. This week, Dread is auctioning off the gas lines on base to the highest bidder. The company that buys the facility can charge companies 2,000 kubars every time they visit base. Now input your secret bid. That's not great. I don't have a lot of money. I can put a middle bid of more than my money. I don't think I should do that, but maybe half. The computer always seems to know. Hoffmeister suffers a ship breakdown. Oh, poor you. Puffer purchased the gas lines for 60,000 kubars. Due to a glut of fuel in the market, fuel prices are falling. You can expect to see lower prices at the refueling docks in the coming weeks. Good, because we need to. And yeah, there's Puffer paying for that. But as big of a dip as that is, he will shoot right back up pretty darn quickly, which is not great. To the marketplace. Yes, oh yes. Okay, that's a little bit better. First things first. Why don't we come in here? Let's pay back. Let's pay back 30 grand. It's going to get harder and harder to keep up with that. Pick up the passengers. Explore the planet. Sty is the financial capital of Kukubia, where the Traders Union headquarters is located. While on Sty, you can ask the Traders Union for financial assistance. If you're lucky, they'll lower the interest rate on your loan, but not Zin's loan. so we won't worry about that. I guess let's go ahead and buy fuel. Still hurts a little bit. Okay, supply. Going exotic to Vex. Oh, and jelly beans to Vex. Alright, exotic and jelly beans then. And we'll pay this off too. To Vex. As part of a promotional package, L Tech Engine Co. offers a free upgrade from your 6 Corp to 7. I hope this will boost sales by inspiring your competitors to purchase new engines. Okay, so even though every turn, no matter what you do, every move to another planet takes 1 week, what this Corp engine will do, the faster your engine, the more likely you are to be first to a planet. So it is kind of turn-based behind the scenes. And I imagine when you're playing with other human opponents, it is actually a turn. But so like right now, if we go to 7, we're going to be one of the fastest ships here, which means that I will get first pick of everything. Because that is one problem from picking a slower ship, is that the supplies of the planet will go down dramatically if other players get there first and buy up stuff, especially at a good price.
Ooh.
Free warehouse space. In order to encourage you to use the warehouse more often, the Traders Union increases your warehouse space from 50 tons to 75 free of charge. Ooh. Snaz Lombardo, a less than acclaimed lounge singer, stops your ship. He says he has just landed a contract at a hot lounge on Mira. He's willing to pay you 15,000 kubars if you take him there right away. How about it? Is that more than I'm going to make, though, off of my money? Because that's what we would do. We would divert to Mira. No. Give some water to Stubbs. Okay. Welcome to Vex, capital of Kukubia. Let's hope that I would have made more than $15,000 here. Kubars.
Great deal.
Yep.
Great deal.
The computer tells you when you've done a good job. Okay, Moon Ferns. Tanosh. Okay, well, that's not bad. If we were to do that, we'd also need hair tonic. Okay. So Moon Ferns and hair tonic. First. Vex is the seat of the Imperial Magistrate for the entire system of Kukubia. While in Vex, you can petition the government for lower import tariffs, export tariffs, and passenger taxes. The Imperial Magistrate sits you down in his office, and for the next 2 hours he complains about how underpaid government bureaucrats are. He can't even afford to take his family on a vacation, and all you think about is paying less taxes. So no, he didn't care for that at all. West Vapor problem on Nosh has completely diminished. You shouldn't experience any problem if you're heading in that direction. Good, good, good. Actually, I mean, reading about the Imperial planet here is probably pretty interesting. I mean, who knows? In 300 BB, Monochizo, a failed insurance salesman and amateur explorer, decided it was his destiny to seek out and discover new planets and achieve greatness and glory. He sold his home, bought an ancient 200-ton dairy transport ship, hired a ragtag crew, and headed off for the far reaches of Gogg. After months of zigzagging across the galaxy, he finally crash-landed on Vex, an uncharted virgin planet, or so he thought. Elated at discovering a lush planet with an abundance of edible vegetation and no dangerous creatures, Monochizo proclaimed Vex capital of Kukubia and himself the de facto king. What Monochizo didn't realize was that Vex had already been discovered by the dangerous cult of the Silet Mindbuggers. The Silet Mindbuggers were feared throughout the galaxy for their deadly mental powers and strange eating habits. The Mindbuggers believed that by eating the brains of intelligent life forms they could strengthen their own minds. One by one, Monochizo's crew began disappearing. Thinking his crew had gone off to form their own government, Monochizo declared them outlaws and banished them from his kingdom. It wasn't until Monochizo himself was captured and placed in a pot of boiling broth that he realized what was happening. Instead of panicking, Monochizo calmly explained to these brain-eating fanatics that they could not possibly have him for dinner because he was the king of Kukubia and all creatures big and small living on Vex were his subjects. The more Monochizo talked, the more the Silet Mindbuggers began to lose their appetites. After all, they believed that eating a madman could cause some serious brain damage. Taking Monochizo out of the pot of boiling broth, the Mindbuggers told Monochizo that they didn't want to eat him and he could go home. The only problem was that Monochizo didn't want to go home. His entire crew was gone, and these cannibals were the only ones left on the planet. Much to the Mindbuggers' dismay, Monochizo moved in with them. The more comfortable Monochizo became, the more he began to boss the silent mind-buggers around. As far as Mono was concerned, he was king, and they were his subjects. The silent mind-buggers wanted to do away with Monochizo, but it was against their religion to kill or in any way harm a living creature whose brain they were not prepared to eat. The silent mind-buggers tried to escape several times. They would wait until late at night when Monochizo was asleep and sneak away to another part of the planet. However, sooner or later, Monochizo would find them. This went on for months until finally the mind-buggers decided to bug out altogether. Packing up everything, the silent mind-buggers fled Vex. Monochizo remained alone on the planet for the next 130 years until Supreme Commander Base Nicholson, Emperor Dread's grandfather, and his army landed. When Base Nicholson heard the story of how Monochizo single-handedly drove the mind-buggers from Vex, he took pity on poor Mono and decided to make him the honorary governor of the planet. Like always, Monochizo made himself at home and began ordering everyone around, including Supreme Commander Base. Or Bass, I don't know. Within a few months, Base had become so sick of Monochizo's mandates that he banished Mono from Vex and sent him to the Imperial Mental Institution. As it happens, that is where Monochizo met up with another infamous historical figure, Sir Lily Slimwagon, whose adventures are described in other sections. Ironically, Vex became the capital of Kakubia as Mono had predicted, and to this day a statue of him stands in the courtyard of the governor's palace. Fun stuff. Okay. Back to the game. What were we doing? Hair tonic. To sty. What was I thinking? I was thinking to Nosh, but if we're doing hair tonic, because of Moon Ferns, that's why. I was going to buy Moon Ferns to go to Nosh and hair tonic, right? I mean, really, like the hair tonic would be better because we'd get a better price out of it. But... Alrighty, I guess we could advertise. Well, how many do we pick up? 8. Okay, so we're full anyway, so we don't really need to advertise beyond that. We'll pay our wages. We're also going to go ahead and pay back, some of that. And if I'm lucky, I'll be able to pay it off next time just because of that. We'll also pay our taxes, and we're going to, got to remember, Nosh this time, right? Nosh. Because of a special deal you cut with a union boss, your crew reluctantly agrees to forget about any money you owe them. That means you don't have to pay 9,000 Kubars in employee wages. You now owe your crew 0. Fire that boss. Rogue Transport meets up with Lord 104. Okay, where are we at now? Number 5. Number 1 is already 40,000 above. It's going to be difficult. Manufactured goods mega sale on Nosh. Due to an unexpected surge in production, the supply of manufactured goods on Nosh temporarily soars. Prices plummet as diapers, umbrellas, toasters, polyester, hair tonic, and lava lamps flood the market. Well, crumbs. Marketplace. Hair tonic. Moon Ferns, though. Alright, well, we'll just take it with me. It's a good thing, I guess, that I didn't take a bunch. But now, it might actually be better to sell them off anyway. Well, I mean, we can't. I'll just have to take the 14. Thank goodness, then. Because if I take lava lamps and gems, or opposite of that, gems first, because they are more, and then we go to frac, we're going to get really good pricing on that. In fact, should I do the warehouse thing here? Stash some of this stuff away? I guess it depends on how much is here. Lava lamps are... Yes. So, we're going to buy all the lava lamps.
Yeah.
Go to the warehouse. We're going to store as many of those as we can. Then we're going to go back to the marketplace. We're going to buy more lava lamps. Well, no. We're going to buy gems first because we need the 69 to fill up our jazz. Then we're going to fill up on the rest of that, which is not very much. I did not go to this. Fill up your tank for 39% off. Yeah, all right. I probably didn't need a top-up badly, but better than not. Only 5. Well, we can only get 8 right now. So, as we saw with the random events that were very good random events for me, we can eventually get random events to increase the storage capacity and the speed and all that stuff. It's kind of unfortunate that there's not like a dockyard where you can go and buy that stuff, but I guess it does sort of take away from this aspect of having to do anything besides trade. Maybe Gazillionaire 2 and 3 added something like that. I don't know. Anyway, insurance is incredibly cheap right now. We should probably buy it.
Hi.
Our luck cannot last forever. Okay. Off to frack.
Hey ho, family.
Okay. You are stopped by a broken down spaceship flashing a distress signal. The captain, Kryptonian Plus, asks if you will loan him 8,000 Kubars to repair his ship so he can return to base. He promises to pay you back just as soon as he arrives home. Do you want to lend him the money? Well, if this is a very familiar... Man, have I played this game before in the past? Because this sounds very familiar, where like there's a chance that, oh, it's from Trade Winds. In the Trade Winds games, you get a similar event to this, where they're like, oh, hey, man, I got a great business idea. I just need some startup cash. I'll pay you back. And then there's a chance that they don't, and you just sink some money. I've got like, 32 in cash right now? Yeah, sure, whatever. Roke allocates greater resources towards increasing its passenger capacity. That just means they got a crew upgrade. Where are we at? Oof. We're still in the negatives here. I gotta make some damn monies here so I can start catching up. Pick up passengers. So I guess the passengers get dumped as soon as you get there, and you automatically get the cash from them. Marketplace. 102. Okay. Lava lamps. Yeah. We're gonna make some good money here.
Great deal.
Yeah. Whoa.
Okay. Good. First things first. Let's go. Man, we're right back up to, you know what? Just pay it all. We're free now. I mean, we don't have a lot of money to buy goods with now, but Babel Seeds to Vex seems like a great idea. And then I guess Cryptoons, because otherwise we'd go back to Nosh, and that doesn't pay for anything. Here's a 28 to 0. That's not great. I think Cryptoons would be better. So, okay, we'll buy Cryptoons and Babel Seeds. Or what little we can, anyway. Babel Seed. Alright. Very, very tight for cash right now. Even more so if I pay this stuff off. It says I don't have to pay it right now. My crew's morale is high, and everyone's happy. Taxes I don't have to pay right away either. Okay, yeah, so commodities and passengers paying for my taxes, that's why. We'll go ahead and pay that off. I have no money in the bank, so this is it. Where are we going again? Vex, right. To Vex. The Traders Union has auctioned off a 200-ton ship. Oh. The company that purchases this upgrade will be able to trade in their old ship for a new, larger ship. You must now input your secret bid. So that's like twice the capacity. No, it's way more than that. Wait, oh. Yeah, because we're a 40-ton ship. So I think if I bid for this, like in more than I can afford, it's going to put it into a loan. So we'll have to go right back to paying it back. Oh, my current 200-ton ship upgrade. Okay. So we're at 400 tons. We'll go up to 600 tons. So we could potentially make that back based on the last bid for just, what even was that? Crew capacity? I don't even remember. That was like a 60,000 is what got put in. Let's put 70,000. It's going to hurt so bad. Mr. Zinn feels your company is a good investment. He offers to increase the amount of your loan by 50,000 Kubars. If you accept the offer, your loan amount will become 50,000 Kubars. The interest rate on this loan will remain 4%, and he'll increase your credit limit to 300,000 Kubars. You accept the offer and increase this loan amount. So I'm taking it that means we won the bid. It's unfortunate we got to pay up to him and not the bank, but okay, sure.
Hey ho, Hey-ho, family.
You are stopped by a broken-down spaceship flashing a distress signal. The captain, Kryptonian Plus, asks if you can loan him 14,000 Kubars to repair his ship so he can return to base. He promises to pay you back as soon as he arrives home. Do you lend him the money? Well, he didn't pay me back for the last amount, so no. Vandergriff gets sucked into a stellar whirlpool. Okay. So eventually you'll come across anomalies and stuff like that that do capture your ship, and then it says something like it significantly lowers your time or significantly extends your travel time or something like that. But it doesn't seem to change the price. So like whatever you saw before you took off is still the price when you get there. And so I'm not sure if it means like it puts you last in the rank and like everyone else who goes to that ship gets there first ahead of you, or if it takes more fuel, or what it does exactly. We're in the mid-rank now, though. Gizzy ship bid highest, purchasing a new, larger ship for 80,000 Kubars.
Money, money, money.
In order to bring in more revenue, the Imperial government raises passenger tax rate from 15% to 16%. Okay. So I guess the increase in loan amount was just the random event. Then he just said he would do that, and because we didn't win the thing, see now Puffer's catching up rapidly here after their big old drop off. Not great here, but whatever they just did, it's going to send them soaring. Okay, to the marketplace. Big money.
Great deal. Great deal.
Yep, we are a savvy businessman. Wait a minute. So, why? I just took a loan for whatever damn reason? But what? Well, what the hell? Why? Why did we get that money? Because when I left the planet, I had like 11,000 on me or something. It was very low, but I still had money. There's no way. I mean, what? Well, now I feel shortchanged. Anyway, we owe the crew. They're mildly annoyed the fact you haven't paid them.
Money,
We didn't pick up any passengers. Okay, it's time to put a little bit of money on the newspaper and tell people we can, in fact, bring them to someplace. Petition for lower taxes. He promises to do his best to convince the Supreme Commander to lower taxes the next time the Supreme Commander visits Kukubia. Hooray. Alrighty, where are we at? Oggle Sand. Warehouses? Yeah, I have nothing in warehouses. Where are we at? So I could buy a bunch of Oggle Sand then, as well as polyester. How much can I take? 75? There's only 67 here, so a little bit of polyester, but would it be better then to take it? I mean, we'd only be able to take it to Sty, and we wouldn't get a good return on polyester if I did that. And there's not really good returns on anything, to be honest, right now. I mean, it's still 50%, so I guess we'll take Oggle Sand and some polyester. How about we buy the polyester first? Damn it. Let's go. We'll buy the polyester first. Stash it in the warehouse. Close. Stash it in the warehouse. Come back. Buy the Oggle Sand. Buy the rest in polyester. No more polyester. Oh, because I've got the rest of it in my dealy do. So I need 30 of something else. And we're going to Sty? Okay, well, lava lamps then, I guess.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Paid off all our junk. We got plenty of fuel. We're heading to Sty. In an attempt to promote free trade, blah, 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 the company that buys the facility will be able to charge 4,000 every time people visit Vex. That seems very valuable. Rymanese. Do we just go straight back into debt because of this? As part of the promotional, upgrade me from a 7 to an 8. Hey. Gizzy Shipping is lauded in the press as the company with the most growth potential and strongest management. Well, yeah. Probably based upon... oh man, Puffer bought it again. Prices shoot up on Sty. Due to political turmoil and hyperinflation, there's an economic crash on Sty. Production comes to a halt, supply of goods crashes, and prices shoot up. Crashes. Trading ships arriving on Sty won't find much to buy, but anything they have on hand will sell well. Hey, that's great, because the price we bought it for was dirt cheap anyway. Oh my god. Trading core number 4 is zipping along, but Puffer... I mean, the fact that they just bought the things means that they're getting Monopoly-style rent on a lot of stuff. Alright, pick up passengers. Let's go dump our... Oh man, there are so many listings. We'll just have to... Oof, I don't even know how to handle this, to be honest with you.
Great deal.
Yeah.
Great deal. Great deal.
Of course it is. It's a great deal because, I mean, look at this. Like, everything is almost maxed out completely. There's nothing to buy here. Exotics? Okay, so something's going wrong here. Because I'm guessing that this is not reflecting the event, because it should be super cheap for exotics, but it's not. It's at the maximum. Someone who's made my own rather crappy space trading game in the past, I very much enjoy this here. This is actually very informative. Yeah, so like there's nothing. I so much. Yeah, I mean this is all maxed out. This is not great. Well, okay, so here's actually the thing. This is a comparison between planets. So, I mean, so like even though like this is a high-end price for this planet, it might not necessarily be a high-end price for some. We really don't want to go anywhere empty-handed. Okay, fine. Complains last week the salary was cut, blah blah blah. Okay, fine. I mean, all we got right now are passengers, so.
Money.
I hate to travel with this much cash too. I'm not really sure if we're going to lose that or not. Should we advertise maybe? Well, no, we have 8, so let's just place a regular ad on there. And it doesn't matter, I guess. Well, okay, so like these are where it will be next. So when we go there, theoretically, Vex should have 100% ferns, polyester, and Oggle Sand being cheap. Alternatively, we could go for the highest price stuff, which would be exotics. In which case Mira would be a much better choice because they've got a lot of very high-end, or high supply, and therefore lower priced goods. Okay, we're going to Mira. Oh, you again. Red is auctioning off a radar tower to Mira. You get 3,000 Kubars. Eesh. Yeah, alright. I doubt we'll get it for 16,000. Tidy sum on stock investments. I should probably look at that. We're at number 3 right now, though. We're catching up to Trading Core. 66. Yeah, okay. So in future, we need to be mindful. We're going to have to spend over 60k to make sure. I must pay 3,000 Kubars in facility fees. Right, we're paying this to whoever bought that. Which I guess would be the dude who just bought it. Damn it. Okay, Gizzy and now Vandergriff are going down a little bit, but we are catching up. It's good. We can see here net worth overall, as well as market strength. Gizzy just a little bit more. I think so. The tutorial says this has to do with, yeah, total of everything. So why don't we visit the stock market? The Xyle exchange plummeted this week to the average share price, as the average share price fell to 650. As the average share price fell 624 points. We have reports from the Xyle exchange that a number of big investors lost a fortune. Where are we? Mira. Okay, darn. So you can only buy stock on the planet that you are on. If we were on Xyle, I would buy the dip right now. We're on... Oh, that's right here. Mira. I mean, Mira is going down, but it has sort of a... I mean, everybody has gone down from where we initially started. And I absolutely would not buy Sty in any way. Yeah, it's not worth it. I especially I don't have the cash, so pick up passengers, yes please. Maybe. How about bump this up to 1,200? We're already having to advertise just to get passengers. I don't think it's a great idea to do too much. Oh, okay. Well, here we are. So exotic right now is at 91. We go back. We go to Vex. That's the best bet right there. And then Cryptoons next. Hell yes. Exotics and Cryptoons. Whatever we're gonna get from that. Bam-a-lam. Okey-doke. You know how much was left? 50 Cryptoons, huh? Show all warehouses. Kind of feel like maybe I should start doing that. All right. Let's go to Marketplace. Let's go to Warehouse. Let's start stashing Cryptoons. Might be storing a little bit too much. I mean, I could take some out of my dealy do right now. Yeah, we'll just go back. And we will take whatever we can left. And we'll hopefully have to come back at some point. Pick up the passengers. Oh, we've already picked up our capacity. Thank you. Righty. Vex. Vex. Puffer happens across R.J. Rafferty and strikes up a deal. No. Oh my god, did you see that? Passenger tax rate increase. I must pay facility fees. Yeah. Bam. Fuck. That was bad. Whoever it was like at 100. Oh, well, we can just go to net worth right now. I guess it's the trading core, 169,000. Yikes. Yikes. And I seem to have chased away all my potential passengers.
Great deal.
Yeah, we're not sitting pretty right there. Well, let's go advertise to the next planet. Place some money. Lower imports petition. Ooh. Okay. Supply. Run Vex polyester. Going to Mira. We're doing that. We're going to take Cantaloupe with us too, I guess. Okay. Not a whole lot. Yeah. I really think that warehousing is actually the way to go here. Let's also buy some insurance.
Hi.
Just in case I get a little bit nervous. Let's go to the bank and let's start depositing at least half of our stuff. Maybe I should do another half.
Good.
That way we at least start making some interest, but more importantly, it's going to be safe. Okay. Okay. Well, you know, I do need some money. Didn't realize it was going to be that expensive. Okay, where are we going? Mira. Right. Puffer is accused of illegally trading stock in opposition to imperial regulations. Kill him. Bring him down. Come on. He's actually pretty down. Yeah.
Money, money, money.
Supreme Commander Dred Nicholson's run up a big deficit. The government raises export tariffs from 2% to 3%. Facility fees, right. No, sir, I don't like it. Pick up passengers. Thank you. To here. Sell. I did have these. Shoot, market. What the hell was it? Cryptoons. Are they not for sale here right now? What is going on? I will take. We'll go to market. Okay. Ooh, bad news. Toasters to sty. Moon Ferns to Xyle. Unfortunately, that's a very low-priced thing. Here's X-Fuels. That's a much better deal. X-Fuels and I guess Exotics to Vex. All right. We need 3 more. Cryptoons that I absolutely had in my inventory. It's okay. It's basically just like buying it back is all. Good. Excellent. Pay our exorbitant fees here. And I think we're okay here. We're going to go to Vex, correct? I got to remember. Yes. Launch pads on Nosh. How come every time we come here... Okay, well, it does take it out of my savings, I guess. God, that's going to kill me if I do that, though. That's not a good bet. But eventually, if I don't start buying stuff, it's really going to hurt. Alright, I'll put it in there. Yay! They don't want wages. Purchase officer, Captain Leahy, an ex-pirate turned respectable businessman, offers to buy all your cargo for 37,000 kubars, which is twice as much as you paid for it. He assures you this is entirely legal and you will make guaranteed profit. Do you accept? Considering that we are going from like an 80% to a 0% place, I think we can make more than 37,000. So no thank you. This is exactly I guarantee you this is the repercussions of that. Nibble, a professional bully, offers to intimidate your crew into lowering their salary. Oh, no, I guess this is a completely different thing. He assures you this union-busting tactic works every time. Nibble promises to do the job for only 13,000 kubars. How about it? No. Mostly because I'm sure that there are actual penalties for doing illegal things. Major fuel leak. Kizzy. 90,000. Yeah, there's no way. Here we go. Vandergriff arrives on Vex before you and buys up all the Oggle Sand for a good price.
Money, money, money.
He must have an exceptionally fast ship because I'm at level. I'm in at 8, right? Corp 8 or something. And he's running up the tariffs again, and I got to pay the fees. Nickel and dime. We're never coming here again. Continue on. Let's see. No passengers. That's not good. Place an ad, please. And then the marketplace. Okay, let's look at what we make here.
Great deal.
Already we made more than what's his face would have paid me.
Great deal. Great deal.
Almost 100,000, not quite. But when you consider what I've got in there, we're doing okay. Well, I guess we could look at stock market. Vex is going down, so no, we don't want any of this. I mean, it's been going down for a long time. Otherwise, I would consider it. Taxes owed. Probably should have gone here first. Oh well. And then do we have anything? We do have a bunch of stuff in the warehouse. Okay. Marketplace. See, and that's why you want to do that, because even though we wouldn't get much money out of a moon fern, it's actually, we'd probably be better off taking frog's legs. But anyway, you stash it, and then it's a nice little windfall there when you come in, especially when you've got insurance for $15,000. What I just wanted to see was all my competitors at the moment. That is not what I'm looking for. Any computer players? Oh. Why can't I suddenly not find this? Oh well, anyway. We're doing all right. But this has been long enough, and it just goes on until you hit 5 million, which, as you can see, takes a while. But you got to be real savvy about what you do. Clearly, somebody's making money on the stock market. I don't know how. God, I can't imagine how much money they made. But when I played the tutorial game, the same thing sort of happened where right away one of the players somehow, and I can only imagine cheating, had like a positive 40,000 balance while everyone else was still paying off their loans. So I imagine that there's a little bit of cheating behind the scenes just to kind of create a challenge. But whatever. Fun little game in that it's just like the most basic of basic space traders, but I do enjoy a good trading game. I also like that the graphics are very dated and very very scuffed, very very early 90s indie game. Like this very much looks like something you would have found on one of those old shareware discs with like 100 games for free. But I'm not saying that's bad. I actually kind of like it. Just mostly because, especially nowadays, indie games tend to all sort of get their stuff from marketplaces, and so it's the same assets over and over and over. And yes, you could remake this. Maybe there even is a remake. I really didn't do any research on the Gazillionaire franchise. You could redo this with updated graphics, all that stuff, make it look nice, but I don't think that would add to the game necessarily. In fact, if anything, I feel like because of how generic the game is and how simple it is, I feel like doing that would just make it look like generic space fantasy. Like it would make it look like you just bought the game, all the components off like a Unity store, slapped it together, and then put it out there. Just the handcrafted, like early Photoshop textures, I feel like has its own charm to this. The pixelated graphics that have been upscaled, it's kind of funny. But anyway, yeah, it's just a space trading game. But it's worth what little money it costs. Anyway, that was Gazillionaire. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next Let's Play.